with our life. Sup everyone, Anime Squad here. One Piece chapter 1049 review. Well, no, discussion. I don't do review. Um, we are a few people short. I wanted Akira to join, but he couldn't make it. He's at work. Zero couldn't make it either, so it's just me and Weeb. How are you, Weeb?
Good. Playing some Deedlit and Wonder and Labyrinth. Yeah,
Write me
looking
the
forward to
name. Write me the name on Twitter.
I will.
Thank you, so I know what you're talking about, so I can contribute to the conversation. Despite the
All
fact
right.
that this is not a video gaming episode. Kaido defeated, end of story.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that he defeated, it's how he is defeated. That's interesting. For the longest part, I always thought that when uh, a person transforms, if he is a zone user, he transforms. I always thought of him transforming. But that not seems to be the case.
I have no idea what you mean.
Well, I'm gonna explain it. If you look at the picture, literally the one that I have, um, Luffy hit Kaido.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to remove Kaido from the dragon form. However, Kaido is on the ground while the dragon form is still in the air. Do you understand now what I mean?
No, it's still not really.
Okay. Um, how do I explain this? Mm, Hmm. So, very quickly, I'm going to try to explain it in Dutch. Maybe you'll understand it better.
Okay.
Oké. Luffy heeft Kaido geslagen. Kaido is uit de draakvorm gehaald, terwijl de draakvorm is letterlijk nog steeds in de lucht. Dus het lijkt alsof als wanneer Kaido transformeert in draak, hij transformeert niet. Hij zet een soort van een draakvorm om zich heen. Dus Kaido is letterlijk een soort van een shell. De draak is letterlijk een soort van een shell. Als je de mogelijkheid hebt om de persoon uit de shell te halen, dan kan je de persoon uit de shell halen, en tegelijkertijd de shell blijft letterlijk staan. So basically in English now, Kaido is literally in the ground while his dragon form is still in the air hanging. Here, let me help you with that. Are you able of opening One Piece chapter?
Character because I still not entirely sure if I'm following you.
I'm gonna look which chapter it is, which page it is.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing it. I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh. Yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong. I apologize in that then. That's on me. So basically with Kaido with a punch. So I think that's an L on Oda, because if he didn't come out and say what he said about how Luffy is not gonna defeat Kaido with one punch, then we would have not had the shitstorm that's gonna be right now.
Out and say what he.
Sorry, I had to, because I'm gonna tweet out that we're live. I was literally typing game player.
Force of habit.
Very, just waiting, 1 second. By the way, since we're not with a lot of people, the conversation is going to be very fast. Because there is not a lot of people to... Oh, she is cute. Here, I will DM you. It is cute. A small version of Aloy. That's adorable. Look at. So, okay, here's the thing. So basically everything seems to wrap up. Kaido is defeated, but most importantly, you have that final survivor of CP0. Well, at least survivor from the main group. We don't know how many else exist in CP0 that was not in Wano. You get me?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So the final survivors in CP0 was able to escape, and that's crucial because now he's gonna be able to go back to the what's called the Gorosei and flat out say Luffy is awakened.
Yeah, I think that's probably the point, yeah, of him surviving.
And that's going to open a whole lot of can worms for Luffy and his crew.
Oh, well, I mean, the fact that he's defeated Kaido is probably enough already.
You think? Okay. And as for the Kaido flashback, either it's rushed or Oda didn't focus on the flashback very much because the flashback is gonna be focusing around what's called when Garp and Ding and when Rock fell. What's the name of that event?
The event, I have no clue.
The day when Roger and Garp teamed up. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know if it had a certain name.
Okay, so during that event, it is important, and Kaido was in it. So
Yeah, I know.
when Oda is gonna focus on that day, we're gonna get the full flashback of Kaido.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean, I think the thing is,
has Oda ever? Go ahead, say what you want to say.
Based on my own prediction, I knew that is going to be defeated, which is also why I was a bit skeptical about the flashback, because I thought like you don't have the pages to do and the flashback and the final punch basically. And I think next week is going to be he's going to be on break, so no way he's going to leave us hanging. But yeah, the solution was just rushing through the flashback, which was a bit disappointing because it was like we learned almost nothing new about Kaido. Yeah, we saw a young Kaido. We
Well,
know.
actually, we learned quite a few.
Uh,
Basically, Kaido is the OG version of Bullet.
Bullet is non-canon.
Hmm?
Bullet is non-canon.
He is canon. He just the story is not canon, but he is canon as a person. It's like
Oh yes.
yeah, cause Douglas Bullet is canon. Just the whole movie is not.
So he appeared or he's officially
Yeah, I
recognized as a
think
member.
he is part of Roger Crew. They just don't. It's literally the case of Cheeky. Like if in order
No,
to
no. GT is not canon. It's
Cheeky is
absolutely
canon. Cheeky is
no,
so.
absolutely not.
Listen
Zero
to
percent canon.
listen to.
I know why you want to say that because Oda or because Toriyama did the character design
No,
for
no.
it's not canon.
Shiki literally appeared in the manga. They talked
Yeah,
about him in the
no,
manga.
no. Shiki is there's something else. Shiki is I thought you said GT.
Hmm?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Dragon Ball GT.
Oh, dude! Excuse me!
Yeah, you thought you said GT. I mean, what the
Oh
fuck are you?
my god!
I thought your smoking gun was GT is anime and it's canon. So that's my bullet.
What does have GT to do with One Piece? Oh my god,
Yeah,
I'm
I
dead.
know.
Okay, now I understand what you meant. Now I understand because we're talking about canon or not canon. No, GT was never canon. No.
Yeah,
As for Shiki is canon. We can
yeah,
agree.
no.
We can agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Now, Douglas Bullet is canon, but Luffy fighting Douglas Bennett is just fan
But
service. It never
okay.
happened.
Okay, but does he appear anywhere in the manga, or is he mentioned in the manga?
I think he was mentioned. I don't remember, but one thing for sure, he is canon. You're not cause everything around Douglas Bennett is real. The fact that there is a log post to Laugh Tale, it is no longer Laugh Tale. It's now Laugh Tale. The second you change that name, it's over. Then it means everything
Uh,
is canon.
oh, no. That means nothing. That just means that he revealed the correct spelling of that
No,
name,
he
and
didn't want to unless it was connected to Roger. Oda came out and said, if this is not because Shiki was part of Roger crew, he would have never revealed Laugh Tale. He never wanted to reveal it. What? How long did it take for Oda to fix Laugh Tale from Laugh Tale? Or what? 20 years? 25 years?
yeah, but dude, it's not fixing because there's like take for example Mihawk, right? Mihawk full name is Dracul Mihawk, but in the early fan subs it was spelled Jerakil Mihawk because that's how people heard it. So only until officially Oda revealed what the name was, people got the proper spelling. And I think that's the same with Laugh Tale. I don't think it was ever spelled the way we think it was. It's just we never really saw it written out in English, and I think that's probably because it's always Japanese and it's always like phonetically, so you don't quite understand. It's English, right? But we don't really understand what does Oda actually mean with that. So I don't think it was him changing it. I think that was always his intention. It's just the first time we actually saw him written it out in Romanji, so in English writing. I think that's the only thing you can attribute to that. But I still don't see why that proves that Bullet is canon.
Okay, so I'm gonna read something now from Reddit. Raftail is now Laughtale, and it was allegedly the kingdom of the D people who always died smiling. And also apparently Reverie is Leveille. So that's new. I never heard of Leveille. I always thought of it as Reverie.
Yeah, but that's because L and R are in. What was it? I think there's no L in Japanese, so it is always written as an R. So that's why you never know if you translate back if it's not a real word, if it means if yeah, an R or an L.
Okay, so basically, literally, Kaido have the story of Douglas Bullet. He was betrayed by his kingdom. His kingdom was actually poor and had to pay money to the Celestial Dragon. And they didn't have any money, so they opted on literally uh, selling, basically handing over Kaido instead for not per se reward, but more like confirmation that they're not gonna get screwed over by the world government. And yeah, Kaido. So Oda skipped a lot with this flashback, which I am very disappointed with. I have never seen Oda do something like this. Wait. Um, if I remember correctly, one flashback was supposed to be longer, but the fans. Oh yeah, apparently the Odin flashback was supposed to be longer, but fans wanted to get back to the story, right? Can you hear
I
me?
don't know if I can hear you, but I don't know where did you hear that from.
I remember hearing that there was one story, one flashback that Oda was focusing on, and he had to skip through it because people wanted the crew back together. I forgot which one it is. But okay, this is Oda worst flashback, I think, which is actually one of the most important one, and he didn't do it justice. He
I,
waited for so long, like, to cover the flashback.
well, look, I don't know if he was that important in that sense because, but
Clearly,
I agree with you that kind of that you know it sucked, but um I feel like that there's nothing really that doesn't really add anything to it. I mean, it's just okay. Yeah, we see his youth and see uh, perhaps a bit where he comes from sort of this yeah he's kind of that's perhaps interesting that he's an anarchist that's the only thing we really learn from him that's his philosophy that because of how he um, was betrayed by his kingdom and how yeah they basically I'm not sure if it was a tribute to the celestial dragons or just sold them to the Marines. I'm not sure if that was related.
no, it was a tribute because and they sold him just to be basically cool with the Celestial Dragon,
Yeah,
and
I
also
mean,
and
I don't. Here's the thing. I read that, but I'm not sure if those two because they were if it's because it was so rushed. right? He's
Yeah,
skipping
it was
through
Rush.
different years of his life. I'm not sure if those two are necessarily related. Like they were talking about tribute, right? So, but that could be the setup that this kingdom, because I think they said like they weren't able to pay it, so they were basically on yeah, basically on the outcasts, right? And then they later on sold him to the Marines as a soldier, um, which, yeah, I don't know if necessarily if it was tribute or that was sort of because they were now basically a pariah state, didn't have any money, and they just did that out of desperation.
So
But
basically,
it
wh-
doesn't matter basically. Only thing that matters is that sort of sets up Kaido's philosophy that yeah, he doesn't believe in authority, doesn't believe in yeah, nobility, and he wants sort of egalitarian society, but basically survival of the fittest, which is, and here I have to criticize Oda for it because he calls him an anarchist. That's not what anarchism is, but that's a different discussion. But
okay.
it is interesting that sort of that reveals why he yeah, believes what he believes, but that's about it. It doesn't really. There's no insightful revelation. I mean, like yeah, with Big Mom, we learned more interesting things than this. But I'm not sure if we're gonna get more from Kaido. I think Kaido's role is sort of played out. What we're gonna get is, of course, I mean, we still don't know who yeah, the Rocks, the captain was.
Mm-hmm.
So we still have to see him. So we're gonna, of course, get another flashback, somebody to see, because we also don't know why the Rocks pirates need to be stopped, because that's also the question. Yeah, they were sure a powerful pirate group, but you know, I think that Rocks dude wanted to do something that caused both Roger and Garp to team up. It wasn't just because of a threat he posed as a strong pirate, but he was, or that he was just an evil bastard. But I don't know, maybe he got access to an ancient weapon or something. I think that something happened. He did something that was so dangerous to the world that a pirate and a marine had to team up to take him down. But that's going to be revealed in the near future for sure.
Well, Rock did want to bring chaos, eh?
Yeah, but
Basically, he
that's very
was
vague. It's very vague. It's
Blackbeard.
not
He
really
was basically
specific.
Blackbeard, but on steroid.
Well, we don't know. Maybe Blackbeard is rocks on steroids.
No, but remember, Rock wanted to become king of the world or something like that.
I don't know if yeah, but again, we didn't really. At least I hope that's not it, and that we're actually getting a proper backstory for him.
Oh yeah, we
Because
absolutely should. We're getting back. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we're gonna get story about the Rock Pirate, about the demise. Ah, I remember the incident name. It's called God Valley. Hey, I remember it.
oh yeah, oh yeah, Dan they even mentioned it in the chapter. Yeah,
So,
yeah, they even mentioned it in the chapter. I think
which shot?
chapter this
Oh,
chapter.
Shatter. Yeah, I forgot, but name. I was literally trying to say the name. So
I thought it was location.
So because Kaido is tied to the God Valley, when we're gonna see God Valley with flashback. So I think it's gonna be as follow. I believe this is what's gonna happen. Luffy, when he gonna confront Blackbeard or Shanks, we or Blackbeard gonna confront Shanks or vice versa. We're gonna actually see the God Valley incident. We might actually hear from. So you know about not rumor, this whole theory that Blackbeard have two souls or three souls in him.
Three souls.
Yeah, well, three personalities.
Ah, okay. That will be interesting. Yeah,
So
if that. Yeah.
let me build up on it. There is the smart one that was capable of planning, which is basically capturing Ace, going all the way to the prison of Impel Down, and getting the level 6 prisoners. There is that Blackbeard. There is the Blackbeard that is stupid. That let me explain. That literally goes into Magellan and thinks he's gonna be able to do something to him when Magellan is literally poison and can destroy him in an instant. That stupid Blackbeard. And the third one, he is either the scary cat or the what's called the I forgot which one it is, but basically either two or three. So, but because you can't make it, because it's not normal how Blackbeard acted. Like, you tell me, this dude that planned the capture of Ace, because he wanted people out of Impel Down, this dude is gonna go to Magellan and get eviscerated like that? If not for Shiryu, Blackbeard would have died. What do you want to say, Poison? What are you hearing? I'm curious. Do you understand, Weeb?
I understand your theory, but I don't think he
It's
has.
not my theory, it's just popular theory in One Piece.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. I don't see anything that he's done that suggests that he has a split personality. I think everything is consistent with how he is. He's basically like Luffy, but a dark version of him. That he wants to be the Pirate King, but he doesn't care how he gets there. And
But
he
Luffy
has
would
no.
never plan something like what he did with Ace. Even if Luffy is not that smart when it comes to
Yeah,
stuff
but
like
yeah,
this.
yeah, sure, but there are differences. But he's definitely say more better at planning things, more contrived than Luffy is. But he's not doing he's not he's sort of still winging it as he goes. He's still relying a lot on luck, which is probably because Luffy also had incredible luck, right? But
Yeah.
we know
I
that
mean, he's
it's
a main
almost.
character, so yeah.
Yeah, but no. It's beyond that because remember Loketown where he almost got decapitated until a lightning bolt struck the sky.
That was not luck. That was absolutely not luck. I am 1000% sure that was Dragon.
No. Dragon might have caused the wind, though we still don't know for sure if he has a devil fruit. But I
Did you
don't think
see?
he caused the
Did you
lightning
watch?
bolt.
Did you watch the video? I mean the anime.
Of course, I watched the anime.
Okay, I don't know. I'm asking because I have never read the manga that much. I only watched the anime. I just became later a manga reader. Um, Luffy, when so then you remember when the wind hit, it literally had a different feel from a
Yeah, that
normal
Yeah,
normal.
that's what to add in the anime. We have no way to know if that actually
Okay, so
is.
maybe it's not canon. Gotcha.
But the thing is, even if that wind was somehow caused by Dragon, I mean, for all we know, he has like a wind Logia fruit or something, right? It doesn't mean that
Nah,
he can lightning.
he can have the weather fruit.
Possibly, but we
Is
have no
that
way.
in that case
But
then he is able to then change do a lightning strike out of nowhere.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't think he went out of his way to save Luffy. I think he saved him, or helped him when uh, Smoker caught him, but I don't think he was responsible for coincidentally dropping a lightning bolt just about as Luffy was uh, um, yeah, about to be decapitated. I don't know if we're ever gonna get an explanation. It could really be that he's just so
About
lucky.
Dragon, we're absolutely going to do, because
No,
Dragon is literally
no,
the.
about Luffy. I'm not talking
Oh,
about. I'm talking about whether or not that lightning that when he
oh,
was
that is
lightning.
gonna be
What
tied to Dragon story. We might
no,
guess
no, yeah,
his
yeah, okay,
person
but
of view.
yeah, okay, but I don't agree that that was Dragon. But don't think we're ever gonna get an explanation, maybe or maybe not get an explanation for that because it might be that we have to accept that Luffy has incredible luck, that is somehow a thing in this universe, but not necessarily means that it is like an actual power or that as an actual cause or whatever. But it's just that you know
Gotcha.
people have that. I mean, there's like sort of the idea of fate, right? That's a thing. Um, and Blackbeard has luck too, and that's kind of thing. I think he also relies on that. I don't think he's inconsistent. He's just he has a plan, but he doesn't plan it through in every detail. He relies on luck for a lot of it. Like he
Hmm.
really just he just doesn't care. I mean, they also like when they pursued when he was first revealed and they pursued Luffy because of his bounty. They had a fucking raft as a ship. I mean, these guys are not exactly care to be very,
Smart.
prepared and safe.
So you just think hearing it. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So so basically, what I believe is gonna happen is, so what about um Blackbeard calling his ship the Saber of Zebek? Is that not something to think about?
Is that what the Blackbeard's ship is called?
Do you remember Rock name?
Yeah, I know.
Rock D Zebek?
Quebec. Yeah, but I wasn't aware that that was the name of Blackbeard's ship.
Oh, you was not aware. Yeah, so basically Blackbeard ship is called the Saber of Zebek.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
So there is definitely a connection between Rock and Blackbeard.
Yeah, sure.
Because let's face it, nothing coincident in the world of One Piece. I don't believe in that.
No, I agree with you that definitely done on purpose. But yeah, again, I don't think Blackbeard has a split personality or something. I'm not sure
Gotcha.
how we got that there, but
Um. So this chapter, it's not that it was a letdown. It's just how Oda handled the flashback. That was a letdown.
yeah, definitely. I also was not really impressed with this chapter.
It's like you expect better from Oda. This is Oda we're talking about.
Hmm.
And he either rushed it or he have a plan to go back later to what called what happened with the story. And he didn't want to focus on the God Valley incident not now.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably it. I think yeah, it's sort of almost felt like he felt obligated to do a flashback of Kaido, uh, but didn't really. have a lot of ideas for him.
I can't believe someone like Koda didn't have a lot of ideas for a kind of flashback. Come on, this is Oda we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is Oda that planned the CP9 reveal.
Yeah.
What other happened? So basically, Momo was able to summon a cloud,
Yep.
but it seemed to be that he summoned the cloud right after when Kaido was defeated. So maybe Momo is gonna be as powerful as Kaido now. Not as powerful, but have a lot more power because since Kaido is defeated, maybe the Devil Fruit is now way more into Momo.
Interesting idea. Yeah. That's a question. Is Devil Fruit is of course a prototype, I believe. That was sort of the backstory. So yeah, I don't know what that means. But again, we don't really know the um how the Devil Fruits work that to that extent. Is it like it could yeah. I mean, I don't know because it's also essentially still an artificial Devil Fruit that was based on it. So technically, something that exists is not the original, but it's an interesting idea. But yeah, how would we know the difference? Because I think probably it's sort of a weaker version of that devil fruit, and it will always be that. Or maybe he's going to train that and be as strong as Kaido, but I don't know. He probably doesn't need it. I mean, the story of Wano sort of done. There's probably gonna maybe see the samurai come back if there's going to be like a massive confrontation with the world government or the Blackbeard pirates or something, where all allies of the Straw Hats appear. Then they will probably appear.
And what do you expect from the next chapter? Well, next week is a break. We can just talk anime, normal anime, and stuff like that.
Okay.
What do you think next chapter gonna be? What do we open with? I think we might open with a full flashback of. That's my hope. Maybe a full. Because again, I don't. I this doesn't feel right, dude. Oh, this is Oda, dude. He created the what's called the Corazon flashback. He created the Robin flashback. He created the Brook flashback. He's the flashback master, dude. How he gonna fumble Kaido flashbacks that hard? Either he wanted to do a full-blown flashback, but the editor said no, or um, he is gonna do the flashback of a later time, cause it's tied to the God Valley incident. And we are I'm very interested to see what the next chapter is gonna be like. You have, oh. You know what the best thing about this chapter? ZKK is dead. You heard me? Weeb, are you here?
Yeah, I'm back. I think my connection dropped.
Oh, ZKK is dead.
Who?
the best thing about this chapter is ZKK is dead.
Who the fuck is
Zoro
DK?
Zoro Kaido is dead.
Oh.
No. You're laughing. People actually believed it. There were actually like, look how stupid people are. There are literally people now that believing that Luffy Zoro is on Luffy's level.
We saw what level Zoro was when he tried to cut Kaido.
Oh, and by the way, it confirmed now when Luffy was about to hit Kaido with his full attack,
Mm-hmm.
and before that CP agent interfered, Luffy would have lost.
I know.
'Cause I actually thought maybe he wouldn't, but when we see how much more damage Kaido tanked, that after Luffy went into Gear 5, I don't think Luffy was gonna be able to win against Kaido if his attack hit. The next question now is, where do we go from there? We can either go to Elbaf, Elbaf, or we can go on a rescue mission to what's his name, Sabo. But this one is gonna be the actual Straw Hat fighting against Marijoa. What do you think?
I don't think they're gonna rescue Sabo because I don't think Sabo needs rescuing. I think his demise has been greatly exaggerated. I think he's probably just pretending to be dead and trying to still rescue Kuma. Because otherwise, we would sort of have a repeat of the entire Ace thing where Luffy says, "Oh no, we have to stop our journey," and nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be forward from here on out. The only thing, yeah, I'm kind of. I think what's probably because I think they have a Viva card of Sabo, right? Or
Yeah,
they
they
don't?
have.
Yeah.
No,
So it's
let me remember. Uh, Luffy, uh, um, the let me. I remember him giving Robin a Vivi card. Yeah,
so they could easily check if his life is actually in danger.
I mean they did have a hectic. They were kind of busy.
Yeah, of course. But after that, let's say when that news hits them, oh, Sabo is dead or whatever, then they will check the Viva cards. Oh no, it's fine. So he's fine.
I agree.
I mean, that's pretty easily solved. So I don't think they're gonna do that. What I'm more curious about is what about Vivi? If that sort of is a reason why they might um, choose to, I don't know, go directly towards the world government. Again, I find it hard to imagine that after all this time we're gonna uh, stop trying to find the One Piece and take a detour straight back to where we came from. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to go ahead, but there will be some movements. We'll see, of course, some things that are happening in the rest of the world. Maybe reveals a few things that we're only learned through newspaper articles and stuff like that. And yeah, there will be ramifications of this. I mean, Luffy beat a Yonko. And I guess possibly two Yonkos are defeated if Big Mom, if it calls her Big Mom. that's a huge shift in how the world works, and probably the world government will also make a move there. They'll say, "Oh, this is an opportunity, right? We suddenly have two Yonkos are gone, so we might be able to move into that territory." And they already tried that, right, with that fleet that was trying to take over Wano. But there's gonna be movement on this, and probably Blackbeard's gonna make a move. Maybe Blackbeard's gonna make a move against Shanks, for example.
I hear you. It's going to be interesting what gonna happen next. A lot
Yeah, I
of
mean, I don't think there's gonna be any, say, small events gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna have yeah, I mean, I don't know how Oda plans to sort of go to the ending. You know, what other arcs? If he's like gonna, the next arc is gonna be also one where we hop to several islands, deal with shit there, and it's all part of a bigger setup for for the confrontation. I know with Blackbeard, with the world government, whatever. It's probably not going to be a straight line. I mean, as you said, maybe they're going to still visit Elbaf, which obviously is not going to be their final destination. But yeah, I'm curious, sort of, because we do know this is the end game. Yeah, well, where we're going from there, and because the stakes are just going to keep on increasing, and they're have already been very as high as they can be, basically.
And one thing is very interesting is what is Blackbeard's next move?
Yeah, I know. Maybe against Shanks. That's sort of my prediction.
Cause remember, he did say, "Let's go get the thing." Remember? Do you remember that?
And what's the thing?
Well, just a thing. We don't know what he was talking about. So it could be the what's called the. So it could be few things. It could be. So remember, Shanks is not in his place. He's with the Gorosei.
Well,
So
he was, but
so
we don't
yeah.
know when.
So Blackbeard could have heard of it and went to Shank's place to get the what's called the poneglyph.
That could be, yeah, that could be a thing, yeah.
Because remember, we're gonna have a competition between Shanks and Blackbeard. It must happen. They have a lot of to talk
History.
about. Yeah, indeed. And we might actually get a buffer arc. And Luffy, and this was happening while Luffy was fighting Kaido. So when Luffy wake up and when we have Wano opened and we're gonna get the newspaper front page, Blackbeard kills Shanks or something of that sort, or maybe the Sabo thing is genuine and Sabo is captured and Dragon is in an all-out war with Manijoa. Like, I am expecting, because 1050 is a 1050, I'm expecting something massive out of it. Because remember, Luffy is out. If you watch how he is falling, he is unconscious. His eyes are closed, he's over. He basically, remember when Luffy won against Lucy, how he was at the end.
Are we one against Lucy?
When Luffy fought
Yeah.
Lucy at the very end, Luffy defeated Lucy and he was literally defeated. He couldn't even move a muscle. That's going to be with Gear 5. Like, there are. Luffy is gonna have some kind of drawback. Like,
Of course.
and again, I will go back to the punch. How strong is Luffy now?
Oh, it's Yonka level.
I would have disagreed, but when you pull out a punch like this, it's over.
I mean, he defeated a fucking Yonko, so.
Yeah, he is the uncle now,
Yeah.
which is crazy to think about. Anything else you want to add to the conversation?
No, not in particular.
Yeah, then I'm gonna end it here. It was a quick one. We're meeting a few people, and chapter was okay. Was the chapter underwhelming?
A bit, yeah.
Especially how Oda handled the flashback. And with that being said, I'm Karaba, and this was Weeb, and we're out of here. Peace.